Hi, I'm Katie with the Terrebonne Parish Library System, and I want to share with you 5 of my favorite fall books for children. The Runaway Pumpkin, written by Kevin Lewis and illustrated by S.D. Schindler. This book, to start off, it's really great. It has a great rhyming pattern, and you're going to follow along with these brothers and their sister Lil. They want to check out, they find this great big pumpkin, they want to check it out, they want others to see it, so in an effort to try to push it, they send it rolling down the hill, and each person it passes, they look at that pumpkin and they think to themselves, I would really love Grandma's pumpkin bread, and I would really love some of Grandma's pumpkin pie. You know, that pumpkin would make a great dish. And so the dad sees that pumpkin coming, and he's out, and he's thinking that, you know, that might make some really good pumpkin bread, some of Granny's pumpkin bread. So he takes his tractor and he makes a pumpkin bed. And, well, at the end, you know, they all get to enjoy looking at how huge the pumpkin is, and Grandma gets to bake, and she cooks them up all their favorite pumpkin dishes. This book is really great, has some really pretty illustration, and I think that the children really enjoy this book. This next book is Leaf Man, written by Lois Ehlert. So Lois Ehlert is known for her creative illustrations, and in this book you'll notice that she uses actual leaves to illustrate the book. And in this book we follow Leaf Man. Leaf Man gets blown around by the wind, and he finds all these different friends, and she creates all these beautiful illustrations with the leaves. And I think what's really neat is that after listening to this book, a young child might start to notice nature around them more and, you know, use their imagination to create their own Leaf Man. Runaway Pumpkins, written by Teresa Bateman and illustrated by Stephanie Pfizer Coleman. So in this book, I think a lot of children who are school age will maybe be able to relate to it, as these kids go on a field trip to the pumpkin patch. And, you know, they get there, they each choose their pumpkins, they load them up into the bus underneath in the carrier. On the way back to school, they run into a bumpy road, you know, and that latch on that carrier comes undone, and it sends their pumpkins rolling all through this neighborhood. And, well, when they get to school, they're kind of all upset, noticing that they've only got one pumpkin left, and it happens to be the largest pumpkin that they were able to find at the pumpkin patch. And, well, they kind of make, you know, lemonade out of lemons. They make the best of it. They dress him up and invite him to their fall bazaar. And towards the end of the book, you'll see that all the neighbors collected those pumpkins that ran loose in the neighborhood, and they ended up going find the children at the school and bringing them all these wonderful pumpkin desserts. So this is a really cute little book, and it's a really good message of kindness. I think that it's a really great one for the little ones. Duck and Goose, Find a Pumpkin, written by Tad Hills. Tad Hills does such a great job with all of his Duck and Goose books, and in this book in particular, they are going on an adventure to find a pumpkin. Well, they look everywhere, and they ask others if they've seen a pumpkin, where can they find a pumpkin, and eventually one of their friends asks the obvious question, have you tried the pumpkin patch? And, well, they make their way to the pumpkin patch, and there they find the pumpkin they've been looking for. This book is available in board book format, so it's really great for those little hands that like to read. There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed Some Leaves, written by Lucille Calandro and illustrated by Jared Lee. Lucille Calandro writes these books, There Was an Old Lady. They each have a different theme, and this one in particular is geared towards fall. And when you're reading this book, you'll notice she's following all these different fall items, leaves, broomstick, hay, and, you know, the kids will be wondering, well, what in the world is she swallowing all that for? What is she ultimately going to do with all that? And at the end, you'll be surprised to find out. She'll let out this great big sneeze, and then on the very next page, it'll show you what she swallowed all those items for, what becomes of that. And I think that young readers and listeners alike will really enjoy this book.